My girlfriend said, "Open the relationship," I replied. "I'll sleep well." Then I opened a folder, saved proof, moved out, changed passwords, split bills in writing, and stayed silent, because the match I answered was her sister's and she knew why. Original post: I am 31, male. My girlfriend Vanessa is 29. We had been together a little over 3 years. No kids. We rented a 2-bedroom near the river where the geese fight like they pay the mortgage. I work nights as a logistics coordinator. Vanessa works in retail marketing. She is loud in a good way, big laugh, big plans. It felt simple at first. The first odd note landed on a Sunday. We were folding laundry. She asked, very soft, "What would you think about opening the relationship, just exploring?" I kept my face still. I asked, "Why?" She said she wanted clarity. She said she had unresolved feelings for her ex, Josh. She said she loved me and wanted to try conscious non-monogamy. She used words from a podcast. I said I would think. I took a walk. I did not yell. I did not text friends for fuel. I opened my notes app. I wrote her sentence and the date. I added, "Ask what rules she wants." I slept in the guest room to see how my head felt when it woke up alone. It felt tired and very clean. The next day I asked for specifics. "What does open mean?" I said. "What are the rules? What are the off-limits?" She said there would be no secrets, just privacy. I asked if I could ask questions about Josh. She flinched. "Don't be weird," she said. "It's just dinner. Maybe a kiss." I thought about when she had just dinner with Josh last winter. I remembered a late Uber charge and a photo she had posted of a cocktail at 1010 that had a 938 times stamp in the file. I had let it go then because I did not want to live like a detective. Now it felt like a knot I could see. I said I needed time. She said she did too. We agreed to 1 week of no changes, no opening, no new dates. We would talk on Sunday. I did my shifts. I slept. I ran by the river and watched the geese hiss at nothing. I tried to think like a grown man and not a scared one. On Thursday, my phone pinged. A match on a dating app I had not opened in a year. I had installed it again to see how I felt reading profiles. It is a bad way to check your heart, but it is honest. I swiped slow. I swiped no a lot. Then a face I knew blinked up. Lauren. Vanessa's younger sister. We had met twice at holidays. She is quieter than Vanessa and sharper. The profile used no filters. Her bio said, "Say what you mean, I hate games." We matched. I did not flirt. I said one thing. "We know each other. It is me, Sam." She wrote back fast. "I know, I matched on purpose. I think you need to know something." I asked her to say it in messages. She sent a block of text. If Vanessa is pushing open, it is because she always leaves the door in her head. She told me she kissed Josh last December. She also slept with my ex-fiancé, Derek, 2 years ago. We were not back together, but we were talking. She knew. She asked me not to tell anyone because she was finding herself. I'm done keeping secrets for her. I read the messages twice. My hands stayed still. I took screenshots and copied the timestamps. I wrote the dates she gave. I searched my photos. I found Vanessa's girls' night pic from 2 winters ago. I checked the metadata. It was taken near Derek's condo, not the wine bar she had captioned. I made a folder on my laptop called Vanessa Open. I moved the screenshots and a copy of the photo file in there. No adjectives, just dates. I did not tell Lauren more. I said, "Thanks for telling me. I will handle it. Please don't tell Vanessa we talked." She wrote, "I won't." Then she wrote, "I matched because I also think you deserve someone who means what they say." I put the phone down. I sat with the feeling that comes when the floor stops pretending to be stable. It is not rage, it is cold and useful. Sunday came. That was my first action, not a scene. A plan, update 1, we met in our kitchen, daylight, phones face down, no music. The geese were quiet for once. "I thought all week," I said. "I can't do open. Not with Josh on your list. Not with how this started." I slid a printout of the app messages with Lauren's name black to the initials LS and the time stamps visible. I slid a printout of the photo metadata showing the map pin by Derek's condo. "You asked for open while carrying secrets." That is not open, that is cover. Vanessa's face went from confused to flat to hot. "You are disgusting," she said. "You matched my sister. You are sick." Her voice shook. She stood like she needed to be taller to win. "You're trying to hurt me." I messaged her one line, I said. She told me about Derek and Josh. Then I checked what I had. The dates match the nights you called girls' nights. The map does not lie. If I am wrong, show me where I am wrong. I came with paper, not guesses. She looked at the printouts and didn't touch them. "Lauren hates me," she said. "She wants to ruin me because Derek chose me over her." She said she and Derek were broken and talking, I said. "You knew, you did it anyway." "That is the opposite of the open rules you preached. You want freedom inside the house. You want me to keep steady." I kept my voice low. "I'm not that house." She tried anger. "You had no right to message my sister. That is a line you can't come back from." "You asked to open the door," I said. I looked out and saw it was already open. "You walked through it 2 years ago and last winter. I am not following you. I am closing my own door." She sat. Her hands shook now. "You are heartless," she said. "You are making me the villain for being honest." "You were honest after," I said, with a new word for old choices. She stared at the sink. "So what do you want?" she said. "Do you want me to beg?" "I want my keys back and a clean end," I said. "I'm moving out." "I'll take the couch and the desk I bought. You can keep the bed and the kitchen table from your aunt. I'll send an email with a list and a date. After that, email only. I won't talk to Josh. I won't talk about you online. I expect the same." She laughed once, short and sharp. "You won't find better," she said. "You're boring. That's why I needed more." "Boring sleeps," I said. "I'm choosing sleep." I stood. I left the printouts on the table. I packed a gym bag and 2 boxes and went to my friend Gabe's for the week. I did not slam a door. I sent myself a copy of the folder to a cloud drive. I wrote the plan on a page: move, split bills, change passwords, be quiet. Update 2 Monday morning. I made the list. Utilities in my name, internet, power. I would keep both through the end of the month. I opened a new checking account and moved my direct deposit. I changed the passwords on the streaming services I had paid for and sent her a clean note. "I will cancel these on the 30th. Please set up your own accounts." I sent an itemized list of what I would take. I offered to swap the desk for the rug if she cared about symmetry. Boring one. She replied, "Take the desk." Her friends started posting little quotes about controlling men who fear strong women. I muted all of them. One DM landed from a number I did not have saved. "You don't deserve her. She needs more than you." I screenshotted it. I did not reply. Lauren texted me once. "Are you okay?" she wrote. I replied, "I'm out." "I have a plan." She wrote, "Good." Then, after a pause, "Thank you for not blasting her online even though you could." I wrote, "I like dull endings." She replied, "Same." Vanessa tried the soft turn. "We can set rules," she texted. "We can be open with care." "Josh is out, I promise." I read it. I put the phone face down. I took a walk. I called my older sister and asked her how she left her first serious boyfriend when everything in her body wanted to stay just because the couch knew her shape. She said, "Pack, move, then cry." I made the move date a Saturday. I rented a small van. I asked 2 friends for 2 hours. I checked out with the landlord and sent a new address for my deposit. I scrubbed the oven because my mother raised me that way. Vanessa stayed in the bedroom while we moved the couch. She came out once, saw Lauren's name on a box label and flinched. The box was mine. I label everything with the names of rooms. It said lounge. 2 days later, Vanessa posted a photo of a cocktail with a long caption about choosing truth. I did not read it. A coworker tried to hand me his phone. I said, "Please don't." He put it away. He brought me a muffin. That is a good man. 2 weeks later, news reached me the way it always does in a small city. Josh and Vanessa had been seen at a show. He looked bored. She looked like a person who needed the room to notice her needing the room. Not my problem. Lauren and I kept our messages clean, mostly logistics. "She left your hoodie at my place," she wrote once. "I can drop it by your work. You don't need to see her." I said thank you and offered to meet her at a cafe on my lunch break. We exchanged the hoodie and a library book Vanessa had borrowed and never returned. Lauren paid for my coffee. "Because you brought me a book," she said. We talked about siblings and the weird overlap of loyalty and truth. She said, "I wish she had told you herself. She never does the telling. She waits to be found out." 3 weeks later, Vanessa sent one more message. "Derek is calling me names," she wrote. "Did you tell him?" I replied, "No." Then I added, "Actions make storms on their own." She sent a one-word reply I will not write here. I archived the thread. A month in, I had a key bowl by the door at a studio across from a soccer field. I ran when kids weren't playing. I slept hard. I took a beginner's class in cooking knife skills at the community center because my hands needed a job that did not involve typing messages. Update 3: 2 months after I moved, Vanessa asked to meet. 15 minutes, she wrote. "Public place, please." I chose a cafe where the tables are too small for drama. Noon, Saturday. I told myself to keep it short. She arrived late and sat without ordering. She looked tired in a way that clothes do not hide. "I made mistakes," she said. "I panicked when you got steady. I wanted something. I thought if I asked for open, I would feel bigger. I felt small." "Thank you for saying it," I said. "We could try again," she said. "Closed, just us. Lauren is a snake. She wants what I have. She matched you to hurt me. You can't be with her." "I'm not a prize in that game," I said, "and I'm not coming back. We're done." She blinked fast. "You're colder than I thought," she said. "I'm tired," I said. "Tired people choose quiet, no hate, just done." She tried one more push. "You will regret it," she said. "I'm the best you'll have." "I'll sleep," I said. I stood. "Take care." I left before the spoon in her cup stopped ringing. I walked 2 blocks with my hands in my pockets and felt the air reach the parts of me that had been behind a door for a long time. Final update: it has been a year since the laundry talk and the app match. The breakup is final in the dull way breakups should be. There were no lawyers, no furniture fights. I changed the last password and returned the last library book. I kept my promises. I said nothing about her online. I asked for nothing from her family. I moved and made a small life that fits. Vanessa did not crash. She did not thrive either. She bounced jobs twice. She posted quotes about growth until the comments grew thin. She dated Josh for a while. Then he moved for a contract and did not ask her to follow. She tried to start a podcast. It lasted 3 episodes. She deleted 2 of them. Her page is private now. From the few things that still reach me, I think she is working and going to a gym and trying books again. Good, life is long if you do not make it shorter with noise. Lauren and I moved slow. We did not date right away. We met for coffee twice after the hoodie handoff. We kept the talk clean. We said the hard things early. She told me a truth I respected. "If I date you, I will lose Vanessa for a while, maybe forever. I have to be willing to pay that price first. I can't do it to get back at her. I can only do it because I like you." I said, "Understood." We took a month to think. Then we had dinner at a small place with bad chairs and good soup and decided to try. We built rules, 3 lines in a shared note. Tell the hard thing early. No using past stories as weapons. Keep other people's names out of our fights. We added a 4th later. Do not make each other guess. It is not dramatic. It is honest. She asks, "Are you quiet or mad?" I answer, "Quiet." She nods and lets me be quiet without making it a cliffhanger. When we go to her parents for dinner, we go in separate cars at first so we can leave if it turns mean. It did not. It was awkward and then it was fine. Her mother likes to feed people. Her father likes to tell stories about old cars. Vanessa did not show. We did not ask for her. 3 months into dating, Lauren had to tell Derek to stop texting her at midnight about what-ifs. She sent one message, "Stop, we're done, be well." She blocked him. She sent me a screenshot and said, "Transparency." I said, "Thank you." We ate pasta and watched a cheap sci-fi movie with bad CGI. We laughed. It felt like a small door closing clean. People ask where the revenge is. They expect fireworks. They expect a video of me reading the app messages at a family dinner. They expect me to call Josh's boss or mail screenshots to Vanessa's coworkers. I do not have that. My revenge looked like a folder named Open that I never needed to open again. It looked like dates and map pins and one talk at a small table with printouts. It looked like packing a couch and labeling a box books. It looked like sleeping. It looked like starting a life with someone who hates guessing. Work is steady. I moved to day shift. I built a schedule that stopped 3 trucks from stacking at the bay door on Mondays. My boss called me a calm wall. He let me mentor a kid who thinks speed is a plan. We wrote a checklist together. He slowed down. The late fees slowed down with him. A nephew asked me at dinner why Vanessa doesn't come over anymore. I said, we wanted different rules. He said, like screen time. I said, something like that. He nodded and went back to building a fort under the table with napkins. There is a theme in my life: forts, doors, walls that hold in the kind way. I kept one thing from that first week, not the printouts, not the hoodie. A page from my notes app I printed and taped inside my closet door. Hear the sentence, write it down, check the map, leave clean. When I change shirts in the morning, I see it. It does not make me bitter, it makes me steady. If you are where I was, here is what helped. Do not argue with a pitch, ask for the plan. When you get words about freedom, look at the facts behind the words. Screenshots are not gotchas. They are guardrails for your future. Make a list. Move your body. Pack the box. Leave the couch if it buys you sleep. Do not burn the village behind you. You may want to visit the river again one day. Sometimes I walk past the old apartment. The geese still hiss at nothing. The movers in back still park wrong. The window I used to look out of still has the plant we bought before it died and came back. I hope the new tenant waters it better than I did. I cross the street and go home to a small place where the key turns. The lamp is simple, and the person on the couch says what she means. I put my phone in a bowl. It makes a soft sound. We talk about nothing heavy. It feels like a door that shuts and stays shut. That is enough.